Most tire shops hear this almost every day. A customer looks at the price, pauses, and says, "I'll think about it," and just like that, the sale feels like it's slipping away. Many shop owners panic in that moment. Some start lowering the price, others push harder. But the truth is, this moment isn't rejection. It's uncertainty. Handle it the right way, and the customer often comes back or even decides on the spot. By the end of this episode, you'll understand what customers really mean when they say, "I'll think about it," the mistakes most tile shops make, and a simple way to turn hesitation into trust and sales. Because this situation isn't rare. It happens in almost every tire shop, every single day. Customers don't always make decisions instantly. Buying tires isn't like buying a snack. It's a safety purchase, and people naturally pause before spending money on something they didn't plan for that day. And here's something important that many people miss. When someone says, "I'll think about it," it usually means one of three things. The first reason is price. The customer may simply be wondering if the price is fair. Maybe they've seen tires online. Maybe another shop quoted something slightly different. They're not saying no, they're just unsure if they're making the right financial decision. The second reason is timing. Sometimes the customer didn't plan to replace tires today. Maybe they came in for a quick check. Maybe they were hoping the tires would last another month or two. So the hesitation isn't about your shop. It's about their timing. The third reason is trust. And this is where many tire shops misunderstand the situation. The customer might be thinking, "Do I really need these tires right now? Is this advice genuine? Is this shop looking out for my safety or just trying to sell?" This is where most people mess up. When shop owners hear "I'll think about it," they often respond with pressure. You'll hear things like, "That's the best price I can do," or "Everyone else is more expensive," or even worse, "If you leave it, it'll get worse." Statements like these often make the customer feel pushed. And when people feel pressure, their natural reaction is to walk away. Think about it from the customer's perspective. They're already unsure. Now they feel rushed. So the easiest option is to leave and think later. But there's a far better approach. Instead of pushing harder, slow the moment down with one simple question. Is there anything in particular you want to think about? That single sentence does something powerful. It opens the door for honesty. Instead of guessing what the customer is worried about, you allow them to tell you. Maybe they'll say the price feels high. Maybe they'll say they want to check another shop. Maybe they'll admit they weren't expecting to spend money today. Once you understand the real concern, the conversation becomes much easier. Here's something no one talks about. Customers don't mind buying. What they dislike is feeling uncertain while buying. Your job isn't to pressure them. Your job is to remove the uncertainty. Let's say the concern is price. Instead of defending the price, explain the value calmly. You might say something like, "These tires tend to last longer and they handle wet roads much better. That's why many customers choose them." Now you're not arguing, you're helping them understand. If the hesitation is about timing, the response is different. You can simply acknowledge it. Totally understandable. Many people like to plan tire changes ahead. That small bit of understanding instantly lowers resistance. This is where gentle urgency can also help, but only if it's genuine. For example, if you only have one tire left in that size, you could say, "I've only got one left in that size today. I'm happy to hold it for a bit if you want to decide." Notice the tone. It's not pressure, it's helpful information. The customer feels informed rather than pushed. Another powerful approach is reframing the situation around safety or convenience. For example, if the tires are borderline for the next MOT, you could explain that calmly. You might say, "These tires might struggle at the next MOT. Some customers prefer replacing them earlier to avoid a second visit." Now the decision feels practical rather than emotional. Or, if the customer is replacing only one tire, you can explain balance. Replacing tires in pairs often keeps the handling more stable. Simple, calm explanations build trust. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a shop planning to buy something, but hesitation made you delay the decision? Most people have. That's why patience works better than pressure. And this leads to one of the most underrated techniques in sales. Give the customer a clear next step. Instead of trying to force a decision, say something like, "No problem at all. I'll write the price down so you can call back if you decide." This shows confidence. It tells the customer you're not desperate for the sale. You're simply there to help. Ironically, this approach often increases the chance they'll return, because trust is being built. And sometimes, the best move is knowing when to let the customer go. Not every customer will buy immediately. Some will genuinely want to think. But a calm, respectful interaction leaves a strong impression. Many customers return later simply because they liked how they were treated. Before wrapping up, here are a few quick reminders. When a customer says, "I'll think about it," remember that it usually means price, timing, or trust. Avoid defensive responses or pressure. Ask one simple question to understand their concern. Explain value calmly rather than arguing. Use gentle urgency only when it's real. And always offer a clear next step. Most importantly, stay calm and confident. Because calm confidence builds trust faster than any sales technique. "I'll think about it" isn't the end of the conversation. It's just a pause. Handle that pause well, and many customers will come back sometimes sooner than you expect. If this approach makes sense to you, share your thoughts in the comments. How do customers usually respond in your shop when they're unsure? And if practical, real-world advice like this is helpful, consider subscribing for more straightforward insights that help businesses grow without complicated tactics. If you run a tire shop, garage, or mobile tire fitting van, and you're fed up calling around for stock or losing jobs because tires aren't available, TyreRoom is a trade-only tire wholesaler built to make your life easier. Check availability instantly on our website or the TyreRoom app, with budget, mid-range, and premium tires all in one place. Plus, fast delivery backed by our 100% money-back guarantee. TyreRoom is trusted by tire businesses across the UK. Open a free TyreRoom wholesale account today. The link is in the description. TyreRoom, built for garages, trusted by traders.